to spend at least 2 minutes to talk about that particular headline. So we do have here on New Telegraph, that's where we're taking this report from, UNGA, Tinubu bars official with no direct participation from traveling to the United States. Let me read briefly. As a measure of checkmating the bloated cost of governance in the country, President Bola Tinubu has ordered the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to freeze the processing of visas for all government officials seeking to travel to New York for the United Nations General Assembly without proof of direct participation in its official schedule of activities. So, Fuad, are you in a way somewhat maybe optimistic?
No, I think we need to thank the president for taking this decision, because this has been an unfortunate annual ritual.
Yeah.
The UN General Assembly, unfortunately, you have a situation where people who are not supposed to be there, for people who know, they will tell you it's always like a jamboree. It's a festival where public officials at all the different ministries just use that opportunity to travel. It's like a jamboree. It's a vacation for them, in the guise of going to attend the UN General Assembly. And so what the president has done is that, look, the idea of everybody just submitting passports and processing to travel because it's a General Assembly thing. So what happens is that, look, everybody takes advantage. All government officials take advantage of that. And it's like a jamboree. They just go out there. So that's one jamboree that the president has decided to stop as a way of cutting down the cost of governance. But again, the conversation about cutting down the cost of governance is bigger than that. It's not just about stopping people from traveling.
It's one step at a time.
So it's one step towards it, but it's a very big conversation. It's bigger. And that, but on this one, I think we need to commend the president.
Yes, and speaking on cutting down the cost of government, I guess that even leads us directly into the primary focus of this morning.
Mainland Focus,
yes, on Mainland Focus for today. So now we have two stories for deeper conversation, one of which happens to be the over-bloated appointment by poor states. Emphasis on poor states. If you read that report in the Guardian newspaper, they highlighted the states and how much they're actually owing, how much indebtedness has been attributed to those states. So now we're asking the questions, and for those of you who probably do not understand why we're referencing this, a list of states have been put together by the Guardian newspaper and all the frivolous portfolios that have been attached to military.
You read some of them.
Ministries of happiness, graveyard, divorcees, amongst others.
Special advisors,
commissioners who have 20 special advisors,
50, 40,
and we are trying to understand why. So we're talking about which area of governance should be really addressed to cut down the cost of governance. Also, should we start legislative processes to limit appointment as a way to cut down the cost of governance? Also, how do we commit government at all levels in Nigeria to cutting down the cost of governance? Those are the specific bullet points of conversation for the over-bloated appointment by these poor states. Now, we're also going to talk about the allegations that have been leveled against the governor of Ogun State, 𝗪𝗪 his alleged diversion of local government funds. A commissioner, a council leader, let me call him that, have accused him of diverting funds. He even referenced that under the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, all the 2.6 billion palliative fund, amongst other things, he says not a dime was given to local government, and he says he has become a laughing stock in the areas that he has been asked to monitor, because people are asking questions: what are you a leader for if you cannot cater to our domestic needs? So we're asking you the question: how do we get the local government out from the stronghold of the governors, and how can we save local government administration in the country, Nigeria? Those are the two focal points for this morning. Fuad, what are your thoughts on these two stories?
Well, I'll start with the local government autonomy, or how do we get them out of the stranglehold of our governors? Like I said, we dissected this issue. On Sunday we talked about it. It was one of our major focus on Sunday, and I think the reality is we don't have a local government administration in Nigeria again, Sage. That's just the reality. The Norgay people are even talking about the state of local governments in the country. Some of them don't even have proper offices. I think in one of the states, maybe it's Ondo or Ekiti, they even said that, look, for some time now, the entire local government don't have power.
Yeah, no lights.
No lights, no nothing.
Months.
It's and the reality is because these governors have stifled them out of existence. So again, you pity some of these local government chairmen. They can't even talk because they are like stooges of the governor. They got in there as a result of political patronage. they are associates of the governor. The electoral process that brought them into that office is fraught with all manner of things. You know, the governors are able to use the state independent electoral commissioners to do all manner of things. I remember on Sunday we said it, you know, in one of the elections to the local government, a particular state independent electoral commissioner, you know, what's it called now? Disqualified all opposition candidates. All opposition candidates were disqualified by the state INEC.
Unopposed.
Yes. So everybody. So and what you will see now is that, look, now that state independent electoral commissioners are the ones conducting local government election, you see that, look, across the state, across Nigeria, if the governor is APC in Lagos, all the chairmen will be APC. Unlike in the past when the central INEC was conducting the elections. For example, when the central INEC in Lagos was conducting election in Lagos, there are some local government that don't vote for the ruling party in Lagos. Local governments like Badagry, Epe, Ikorodu, you know. And so you see some vibrancy as far as local government elections are concerned. But now what you now have is a situation where first the governors decide when to even conduct local government elections. Some of them don't even conduct at all. And some of them, you know, when elections are coming, just to have people at the local level to work for them, they now conduct local government election. 𝗪𝗪𝘁𝗃 did not conduct election for years now. He's about to conduct this one now because elections are coming next year. He needs
his
them.
deputy,
you know, he needs them as foot soldiers. We know so many governors who, in their lifetime, only when they wanted to leave was then they remember they should conduct these elections. And so you have a situation where, you know, local government administration in the country, which is supposed to be the closest to the people, have been stifled out of existence. No, we are just highlighting the Ogun State allegation. Like I said, it's still an allegation because somebody has raised it. Yeah. But look, if we are to go by the facts on ground, what we know, a former president, Buhari said it. He said this is words clearly. I remember what governors are stealing the funds of the local government. So you have a situation where the job of the local government is clearly stated in 1999 Constitution. What they are supposed to do, tenement rate collection, you know, public health, primary health institutions, take care of markets, even this graveyard thing you are talking about, local routes. There are so many things that go, even education. Primary and education is supposed to be one of their job. But all of those things have been taken over, apart from the fact that the allocation that comes from the federal level, as it gets to the state governors, they decide what they give to them. All of the revenue generation to them, the things that are supposed to even give them revenue, they've collected everything. In Lagos, for example, the Land Use Act took over tenement rates from the local government level. And that's what happens across all of the states in the country. So it's a very tough one. If we say we operate a true federal system of government and we have stifled out local government administration, then what are we doing? So when we talk about democracy, federal system of government, we borrow things from where things are working. It gets here, we model it up for our own selfish interest. And all of the governors are culpable on this particular one. Unfortunately, we don't talk about them enough. It's always about the president. These are the guys that are holding the country down. These governors are the reason why this country is like this. And then on the issue of cutting down the cost of governance, Sage, it's a very big conversation too. People have to commit to it. They have to understand this. And like I said, people are gradually being pushed to the wall. And I think our politicians need to understand that there are limits to these things. From 1999 till date, say, let's be practical. What would the ordinary Nigerians say they have gained from this democratic experiment? Apart from, okay, maybe the liberty, the freedom and all of that, to express yourself and all of that. But in terms of governance, where is that governance? What have we gained? What would you say that as a Nigerian from 1999, a lot of the big infrastructure that we have as a country was built even before this democratic experiment. The likes of the Third Mainland Bridge, you know, the big projects, the mega projects, and some of them have been run aground. We built 4 refineries before 1999, Sage. None of them has been revived.
In December, Fuhad, please.
That December thing.
They say that December.
December?
Yes.
How many months to December?
The first phase.
I will remind you.
The first phase.
Look, no phase
December
will happen in December. They are already backtracking. We're already seeing comments about,
Galele said first phase. And then by
phase,
2024, that's when it would start production.
All right.
That's what Ajuri said.
It's okay. So it's now 2024.
That's what he said.
Okay. Not
the
December.
Second phase in 2024.
So what does the first phase do? It will produce what?
It does. I don't know. He did not tell us that.
See, honestly, on a very serious note, I think our politicians should understand that the era of jamboree should end. Again, the reason why you have bloated appointment is that, look, there are too many political cronies to take care of. It's about politics. You know, everybody has to be given something. It's just food for the boys. For example, like I asked you, the guy on special assistant on graveyard, what would he be doing? It's just to create portfolios, you know. I remember the 𝗪𝗀𝗃 during the elections appointed 200,000 special assistants, you know, and he was going to be giving them money at the eve of election. So you have all manner of funny appointments just to create jobs for the boys, and in all of that, governance is lacking. You know, what democracy is supposed to bring as its dividends is lacking, because you have so many unserious people occupying where, you know, a lot of round pegs in square holes, people that are not supposed to. The worst of us has the one governing the best of us. That's the unfortunate thing, really.
Right. Fuad, thank you so very much. I know that it took a lot for you to press down many of the opinions that you have.
Honestly, we're on radio.
Fuad is physically stressed at this information. I can see
on radio.
Fuad is physically stressed at all of this. So let's just give Fuad a break and hear from you. Of course, it's time for you to call in and talk to us about what you think about the two focus for this morning. 0913-6000-410 is the phone line. You can leave us a text message or a WhatsApp message. 0913-6000-430. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. So you can leave your submissions on there as well. You have 2 minutes for submissions, and please stick to the focus of the day. Our first call for this morning. Hello.
Hello, guys.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, Ms. Babs and Fuhad.
Yeah, good morning.
It's always a known fact that the missing link among the three tiers of government, clearly at the government. If you call them governors, I will not understand it. The emperors. And it's unfortunate that most of us take sides with them when it's time to deal with them. I remember Fuhad taking them to court just to see what the local government area by chairman. But many people rose in defense of the government. They are oppressors. And it's unfortunate. And there is a way somehow, opinion in the society affects, court judgment. So they have their way, because when the government goes against them, they try to appeal it and to solve their things. And before that executive power, they can do and undo. Government, I think they can do and undo. Take that from them. Okay, if you underrate them, go and see what they did in the last election. How they toppled some people that didn't enter power today. With respect to the second issue now, can I get it?
Cost of governance.
Yes, the cost of governance.
Cost of governance. Except somebody is not thinking right now. You should not be told that, oh, you want to go for United Nations General Assembly. You can't afford them to bloated. You can't afford. Nigerians are hosting. You said something, I agree with you. I think for once today, you can't afford to push the people to the wall. Oh, the people are human. We have blood running our veins, nothing good. So if they don't call down governance, they are only calling for anarchy. And we don't want that. Nobody's calling for that. But let them think very well that if you keep telling us to tighten our belt, you can't afford to lose your belt. I'm just to hear that we are taking a large entourage to the United Nations. Come back down. Good morning.
Thank you very much for your submission. Hello.
Very good morning to you, Babalola.
Good morning to you, Prince Wise.
Mr. Fuhad, morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
God bless all of you and bless your management.
Amen.
You see, for the local government, the mistake has been made since 1979. Why am I saying this? Where the National Assembly make a law, they call them the lawmaker. After they make a law, they will not transmit to the state to put their own input. This is where the problem lies. Do you believe 9 assemblies have already given the local government autonomy? They now take the matter to the state. When they get to the state assembly,
they killed it.
They kill the motion. And that's the problem. They have their own legislation to make law for them. The federal have their own. Why can't they to export that thing from the constitution? When the federal make a law, no need of taking to the state for them to say whether they like it or not. And that's where the problem lies. Local government today, they are just like an appointee of the governor. I'm telling you, go to my local government, I'm ward official. I've been shouting long time ago that our road is no inner road, nothing to talk about. No tangible development, but they have no money. The money that's supposed to go direct to the local government, the state schedule the money and they just give the local government peanuts. So instead of wasting money, a lot of money to conduct local government elections, it is better for them to just appoint them. If they can't export that law that allow them to to have a
joint account
with National Assembly decision.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so very much. Hello. Hello. You're live. Okay, please try to call us back if you can. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Your name, please.
Good morning. Mr. Charles calling from Jalaba.
All right. Welcome, Mr. Charles. Please go on.
Yeah. Good morning, Sage, and good morning, Mr.
Fuhad.
Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm very happy about this topic today because it goes down with me in particular. Because when you look at the way the state has suppressed the local government, it's really bad. Just like the last caller said, when you come to Ojo local government in particular, second biggest local government in Lagos State, it's nothing to write home about. I can even tell you that it's the most corrupt local government so far in Lagos State. All the inner roads, nothing to write home about. I don't know. If I may ask you, you have given us a lengthy, very, I don't know how to put it, a lengthy analysis which you've just given us this morning. How are we going to go about it in Nigeria?
Until we get the commitment of our politicians to do the right thing. They know the right things. You think they don't know? They know.
Okay, now, if we get them to do the right thing, we'll be talking and talking and talking. Who's going to put these people on their toes? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so very much, Mr. Charles, for calling. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, just calling from Aja.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, happy that I'm connected with you.
We're grateful to have you.
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Let me just make a first submission that the people that all eyes are judiciary.
Okay. Thank you for your submission. Hello. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, do you mind turning down the volume on your radio, please?
Okay, let me turn it down.
Yes, please do that. When you call in, please turn down the volume on your radio. Mainland 98.3 FM. Please, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. You can reach us via that platform as well. Hello.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's perfect. Please introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Good morning, my sister.
Yes, good morning to you.
I thank God for this topic you are bringing because I
Please
was
tell us your name, sir.
Yes, my name is Vincent. I'm from calling from Adirota.
Okay. Yes. Please go on.
Yes. So, my local government is over 26 years now. And whenever I go there, I've not seen any development, no road, no nothing, no. In fact, I was even asking myself whether the government is present, is not there. Then I'm asking, has the federal government no power to mandate the local government to be autonomous so that we can have our amenities there? At least we should have one or two roads there. But as of now, there's nothing at all. So does the federal government not have that power? Because I believe before creation of local government, the federal government is aware of it. Do they not have the power to mandate the governor to release the local government to be on their own?
You know, if you listen to Prince Wise, he says something very important. There was a time that the House had passed the law to grant local government autonomy. But you know the way you do constitutional amendments in Nigeria, you still have to get to the state level for the states to ratify that particular bill. And at that level, they kill it. So the reason why local governments are not autonomous or functional is still as a result of the governors and the state government. Because to amend the constitution to grant them full autonomy, have a separate account, receive their money directly from the federal government, you have to amend the constitution, which still has to go through the state level. And at that level, they kill it.
Thank you, sir. But as what I'm asking, the National Assembly, if the matter is there, do they have...
Hello. Okay, listen via your radio. I guess he's trying to ask that. Is it not possible that, you what's the word now? You remove the state government from that particular process. That's what he's asking.
The Constitution has already talked about constitutional amendment that has to still get back to the state level. So to amend that, even that part, you still have to run it through the state level. So
and you can't override the decision of the state.
No, you can't. That's what the Constitution says.
Maybe we need to amend the Constitution urgently now.
It's just about getting our leaders to commit to the right things.
Right.
Especially these governors. These are 36 emperors. They hold down the states. You see, that's where governance stops. And they are not doing anything. Like I said, remove federal roads. Just remove all of the federal roads away from Nigeria and see whether the governors have done anything with state roads or even the inner roads.
I don't want to do that because I really don't want to have a mini stroke this morning. So let's just go back to taking contributions. What I'll do is take the submissions we've gotten on Facebook so far. So please drop your submission on Facebook, Mainland 98.3 FM. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. So drop your submissions there and I'll read it live on air. Alabalakwe sent a message via Facebook. He says, President Bola Tinubu reads out Riot Act to his ministers. This is a good one. The president should not only give marching order on paper, he should follow them bumper to bumper. The minister should be compelled to give stewardship weekly or monthly. And lastly, the political rubbles going on between he's talking about Edo State. I thank you so much. We appreciate it, but it's not on the focus for this morning. Okay, thank you. Oluwamuyiwa Oludode says, my state is poor. Every state state is poor. I beg your pardon. He says no state is poor. Every state has human and natural resources. Let us start practicing true federalism, which preaches autonomy of 3 levels of government. Let the federal government, the state government and local government be autonomous until we have strong institutions that checkmate the excesses of the government. Then the extravaganza and flamboyance continues. Stop political gimmicks and concentrate on governance. Fuhad, I'll go back to taking phone calls now, but you know that even the governors sometimes have argued that the center also chokes them in a manner of speaking.
They are choking the local
take
level.
For example, the resource control and the controversy. Like, how do you say as governors we own the land, but the resources under the land belong to the federal government?
See,
don't you think that's what they are replicating in their dealing with local government?
They always bring this conversation up when it's their own interest.
Right.
They talk about the fact that the state level should have more power.
Yes,
but they are not giving powers to the local government level. True federalism is about. In fact, in true federalism, don't be surprised that a proper federal structure of government gives more power to the local government. Because that's where governance is. That's grassroots development, So it's from bottom up, not from up to, But what we have is that, look, yes, the federal is stifling them, but they are even killing the local government level.
Let's go back to taking phone calls. Hello?
Yes, Ayo from MOA.
Welcome,
Good morning, Mr. Ayo.
I think I'm not sympathetic to the local government autonomy because there was something wrong before they pushed it into the hands of the governor. I think we should dedicate our energy on whoever does the wrong thing. Justice. Even if you give it to the local government, the money to the local government officers or the chairman, they will say everything will have more work to do. They are all things, all of them. They are not ready to do anything for the common man. Please, what we should fight for is the justice to whoever we give our money to. Thank you. That's my own contribution.
Okay. Let's give them a chance first. If they steal the money, then...
and they are closer to the people. Maybe it's easier to hold them accountable. Yeah.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning to you, sir.
Morning, sir. Good morning, Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Walter from Sule.
All right, Walter.
Yeah, I want to say that people don't know how powerful the local government is. In the UK, the local government, which is the municipal, I think they call it the municipal also, they are so powerful. So powerful that they even determine who to elect for prime minister.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's how powerful the local government is in the UK.
We've killed it here.
And the last caller, yes, and the last caller made a point there that even if we are praying that the local government get autonomy. So, in all levels, still goes down to the local government. If you see how large this local government chairman are living, they get even the little resources they go about buying houses. You need to go to some.
You know what, Walter? What we are saying, if you listen to me, I also talked about the electoral processes that produce these local government chairmen.
Yeah,
that it is
yes.
faulty. So because what you now have are just political, they are like political tools of the state
Yeah,
government.
exactly.
So what they do is that the little that comes to them, they just chop them.
Yeah. The only person that I felt that really handled the local government during the stadium was Fashola.
He make them work, yes. He made them work.
Yes, he will give you the money that accrued to you, but follow you up, bumper to bumper. He will go to your local government and see what is going on there. All you promise local government. And if it's not done, he will remove you.
Walter, what about the states where governors don't even conduct local government election? They just appoint administrators there. You know there are so many governors who have not even done elections to local government.
Yeah, but who are those who can? They should, how do we check it?
It's our law. It's just our law.
How do we checkmate governors?
It's our law.
You're saying the last thing, they are so powerful. How do you checkmate them?
It's our constitution. It's giving them too much powers. That's just the unfortunate.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The constitution needs to be reviewed.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for thank you so far. Yeah.
Thank
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Is that Mainland FM?
Yes, Mainland FM.
Okay, good morning. This is 𝗪𝗫𝗁 calling from Adiyan, Ogun State.
Welcome.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Talking about the state government and the local government problem, my own sincere belief is that we should even scrap the state government.
There's a feedback. I don't know if it's your connection or something.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay,
now.
yes.
Okay. I believe we should scrap our state governments because they are too far removed from reality. They don't see this. They don't seem to see these problems face to face. Unlike the local government, whose precinct is within, the very, primary areas, where people reside, where they can see the problems on a daily basis. Now, the governors are too powerful for my own liking. They take everything to themselves and do nothing at the end of the day. I appreciate the fact that there will be need for regional coordinators. That too can be arranged from the local governments. Local government is better to serve the people rather than these state governments. They are too far removed and they just take up everything. And that's about that.
Thank you.
Concerning the appointment by public office holders, my belief is that it's job for the boys. Actually, you really need to compensate those who work for you to get to office, but not at the expense of the public you want to serve. For God's sake, there are better ways of empowering these people instead of just drawing salaries for doing nothing. For instance, the last time somebody appointed a personal assistant for swimming pool. For God's sake, how many swimming pools does state government run? To warrant appointing somebody to maybe stand by
to maintain swimming pool.
For me, it's all nonsense.
Thank you so much.
And again,
it's 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. It's 2 minutes per conversation.
Sorry,
all right,
Sage.
please. It's Aquaman.
Okay, sorry, Sage. Just imagine we have just the federal government and the local government.
Right.
Will the country still not function? Just imagine removing states government from the conversation. Is there a problem with that?
It will. The local government are close to the people.
They
Is that
just
not
take
like
care
the
of,
point?
So why do we?
I feel
why
it's
do we really
easier
have
to
governors?
trace the financial transactions
And
that
work
was
more with
the
the people.
system. Yeah.
So let's ask ourselves, why do we have state governors? What are they doing really?
Well, I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just imagine that all we have are the local government chairmen and their councillors working, and then we have the federal level to take care of exclusive issues, and then you have this local government taking care of roads, schools, hospitals, and proper governance at the local level. Okay, why do we have the state governors? What are they doing?
Well, don't you think it's because we probably would have multiple local governments, like chairmen, they might not be able to access the center as much as they want.
No, it's direct.
The governors are supposed to be, like, in a manner of speaking, the spokesman for this local government.
No, they are not spokespersons.
This was going on in my state.
Look, what we did basically was to borrow the American system.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what is obtainable in the US is not what we are doing here. That's the unfortunate thing. You understand? If we can devise our own, because again, if it's about governance, really, if you look at it practically, the governors are not doing anything.
Okay.
That the local government cannot do. If we have a functional local government.
Well, yeah. if being the operative
Yes,
word,
now.
if we had a functional local government, then really,
What are they doing? What are the governors doing?
Fuhad, do like this. Fuhad, do like this. Let's take WhatsApp for a little bit, okay? We have WhatsApp messages on here. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗀𝗪 economy reform. Nigerians are aware. Okay. Thank you very much. This is not on the focus of the day, but we definitely acknowledge your message. We have another message on here. President Tinubu, also not the focus of the day. Good morning. Is there anything Nigerians can say that can sway the emperors we have as governors and ministers? It is appalling to hear that a governor appointed over 500 special assistants. Question to be asked now is, where are the legislators in all of this? Let us not bother ourselves. After all, it is only in Nigeria that we hear oil thieves have the effrontery to lay pipes onto the high sea to tap our pipeline to steal crude oil. We're only fooling ourselves. Peter sends this particular message. Thank you, Peter. We have from here 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗪 from Maryland says, the reality is that local government area in Nigeria is one of the conduit pipes through which the governors siphon and loot money, and the remedy is too far away from realization as long as corruption reigns supreme and unchecked from the top echelon to the least officer in our society. My local government, Enugu State, is the worst hit. It's quite unfortunate. Steve, thank you so very much for your message. Let me take one more and then I'll go back to the phones. Awola Christopher from 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗪 says, on cutting cost of governance, one of the main way forward is to engage in constitutional reform that would streamline appointment and grant autonomy to local government, and by implication, total restructuring of the polity. This would take care of many ills of our society. Nigeria may eventually collapse under the heavy weight of bad leadership and corruption if certain measures are not carried out soonest. In the meantime, the president should do more in reducing the cost. Thank you, Awola Christopher. Please don't forget, like I said earlier, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're streaming live. Drop your submissions on there, Mainland 98.3 FM. The phone line 0913 6000 410. Hello. You're live. Hello, good morning to you. Okay, try to call us back. Hello. The volume on your radio, please. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. I've been trying you, and maybe it's Fuhad because of his position, because I'm a little bit not in line.
Tell us your name, sir. Tell us your name, first of all.
I'm calling back.
Okay, yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was cut off. I mean, I don't know.
You weren't cut off. Wait.
No, you were not talking about the billboard.
Oh, okay, yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with the phone.
No. I'm trying to come up with what I'm trying to let you know.
Okay.
That I'm telling you that the local government, I'm telling you the truth. By my position of profession, I'm telling you what local government do. When you do drain, you do gutter, you can't compare with what state government will do. Those are the issues. And in those days when I was very young, in fact, in my local government where I grew up at 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗪𝗃, I'm telling you, they will every Friday, local government, they will kill ram, they will kill cows every Friday to celebrate. I'm telling you the truth. The only thing is, I don't know, even now that I've grown up, I'm telling you the truth, because I'm using one trained with motor vehicle. You see all these guys, every junction, they say they are from local government. I should go come and pay for local government tickets.
Thank you.
Once you give them 200, I don't give them all. Once you give them 200, 300, they are good to go.
Thank you so much.
Is that what we want to continue?
Thank you.
The reason why you have those boys.
You are not attacking state government. They are giving them 5 billion. They are giving them palliative. Let us all focus on them.
Thank you.
I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you so very much for your submission. Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Yes, good morning to you, engineer.
And good morning, Fuhad.
Yeah, good morning, Ufoma. How you doing?
Rather.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, both the state government and the local government, none of them is performing. You know, one of your callers mentioned the local government is thing. Even though in my own local government, dominated by the ruling party, it still remains the same. So even if you give the money to the local government, even though the one that are able to receive it, do we really see the effect of it? The answer is no. So even though the Supreme Court even judge that they'll be giving them money, like one of the callers said that 𝗪𝗪𝘁 have a lot of work to do. But the little one they are receiving, let people see the impact of it in the street and the local government they find themselves. So both the state government and the local government, all of them are the same feather. Because now when you are doing the paper review, you mentioned that the people in Nigeria enjoy this democracy. The answer is no. So most of the benefit is just for the people ruling us and for their family. We are even
here. Well, let me start first of all talk about true federalism. Without that writing a thing from me, because that true federalism will not be there again. And the federal government we are looking to, they need to have a real. They should set up a committee to look into all these areas and then amend the constitution when necessary, and who to be empowered to do the oversight function to make all our system work.
Thank you.
God bless Nigeria.
Yes, God bless you too. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Joe from Bariga.
Welcome, sir.
Fuad, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Fuad, see, in my own opinion, the same vein run in the whole politicians in Nigeria. The same vein, the same blood run in all of them. They don't have any pity for us at all. Only to grade road in the local government, they cannot grade. Only to grade our road, they refuse to do that. So I don't know what they're using the money to do. My brother was there for about 3 months ago now. He's not doing anything. Nothing. The same vein run in all of them. Even the parties they call Labour Party. All the same blood run over all of them. So that is it. There's nothing we can do until I think God will come down one day. Nigeria will be better. Let us have the hope. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Pastor Sunday calling from Magoro.
Welcome, Pastor Sunday.
Good morning, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, well done, sir.
Amen.
This issue, I want to say that the problem is with the federal government. What I'm saying is that he mentioned PNB government. And he saw a problem that the governors not allowing the local government to perform. All we could have done at that time is to withhold the fund, the local government fund. That's the way to deal with the problem. But we allowed the thing to continue. And you know, the governors are seeing the allocation as a additional security good. So they do anything they allow to do. And if the federal government pick up, that's when the local government also and the governor. So I'm suggesting that this is to start from the federal government. And you know, that's why they appoint the commissioner for growth leaders. It's to count the number of people that have been buried. And so that's why they create many commissioners for portfolios. Because you need to go to a local government office now. They are not working. Because they are not committed. And so they only go to office at the end of the month to collect salary. Because it's just like a bonus to them.
Thank you.
Until we put a law that will checkmate both the governor and the local government team, that's when Nigeria will be okay.
Thank you very much. Yes. We're going to take 2 more phone calls and round off with messages. That's what we're going to do so that everybody can contribute. Or 1 more, actually. We can only take 1 more call. So, hello. Okay, call us back. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Mr. Fuhad.
Morning, sir.
I greet you.
Yes, sir.
You see, these governors, they are the headache that we have in Nigeria. They are the real problem. They will collect the allocation and then call the local government and say, look, take this one. From the local government, they say, oh, take this one and go and settle your people. That's all. So that's why the development will never come to the local government. The other, we were talking about the governor that hired 40 personal assistants. Ayado of Cross State is on record to have had like 4,000 personal assistants. And nothing happened to him. Only grammar, and there's nothing he did in Cross State. And most of those, 90% of those appointees had no offices. They were just in their own villages or wherever they were, and were collecting a lot. That's all. And when they asked him and arrested him, why did you appoint so? He said it was poverty and alleviation program that he was doing. It was benefiting the generality of the people. So I think these people are just wasting our money. That's why development will never come to Nigeria.
It's real.
But the governors, they end up being richer than their state. Somebody said that before. The governors are richer than the state they are ruling. So we remain where we are. Until God sends somebody to save us, like the other person said. Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Okrangwene. Now, unfortunately, that's our last call for this morning. We have to take the messages that we have on Facebook, for example. Now, Olumuyiwa says, good morning, Mainland FM. On the focus today, I am of the opinion that we cannot build something on nothing. Our constitution is highly defective, and it can neither protect local government from functioning nor stop politicians from looting public funds. And that is why we complain every day. We need serious political reform here, like the implementation of the 2014 confab to start with. Thank you, Muyiwa from Abuja. Thank you so very much, Muyiwa. 𝗬cie Benjamin on Facebook says, good morning, crew. There's an adage that says, he who is living with others' income should not... I don't know what that is. All the states governors with low revenue surrounded themselves with ministers with non-recognizable portfolio, and they're only deceiving the people. To me, they're using those appointees to steal resources belonging to the people. God is watching. All right, Benjamin. Ajewale Abiola says, I think there should be a law enacted in order to put the governors to check their excesses. Regards, sir. Ajewale Abiola. Thank you. Okay, I think I read this one earlier. I should go to WhatsApp now. So on WhatsApp, we have Sage and Mr. Fuhad. I greet you exceptionally. Mr. Fuhad, I remember I have once asked you what's the need for transmitting some amendments made in the Constitution by the National Assembly to the state houses.
Well, we have to
Many people have asked that question.
Yeah, really. Why do we have to,
We have senators and rep members who are already representing
the
their
people,
state,
yeah,
just like multiple taxation. This is just like multiple representation. Do states send their own bills to the National Assembly?
At all.
The National Assembly should do their own, expunge the part of the Constitution requiring states to deliberate. And please, Mr. Fuhad, maybe you can give me your Twitter or Facebook handles and that of Sandra so I can explain better why I want to get the contact for panel discussion. Okay, James from Obuna.
Okay, James, I'll address that issue.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Thank you for that. Good morning, Madam Babalola and Mr. Fuhad. The irregular financial deductions from 𝗪𝗪𝗁 local government in Ogun State by the governor is a clear example, alleged irregular financial deductions, is a clear example of unnecessary dominance and emperor's powerful status in Nigeria, ranging from election, appointment, infrastructure provision, and even bylaws. The governors have virtually arrogated everything in the local government and state machineries to themselves, until the executive and the National Assembly deem it necessary to bring a legislation that would spell out the real uniqueness and functions of local government as a third tier of government. It will still be status quo problem for many years to come. Noah from Igondo is the author of that message. We also have here, good morning, Fuhad. There really needs to be cuts in the cost of governance. Our major problem is corruption and lack of accountability. If we adopt the Asian method of corruption, we will definitely curb it. It will go a long way. Imagine a former governor employing 2,000 special advisors. We can say that this over-bloated employment is why they say our unemployment rate is very low. Adeomi sent that particular message. Let me go back to Facebook now. Arinze says, funny enough, we have governor, state assembly member, local government chairman, councillor. Indeed, it is crews all over. Thank you, Arinze. Austin says, To me, I don't see the need of having a state government. We should have the federal government and local government. They just need to scrap the state government. My local government in my state discovered the dwindling state of the economy in the community in my state. So the local government created a big market that runs once a week, and that market changed the lives of people and brought huge prosperity. So the local government is the grassroots government. My local government is active. Kudos to them. You didn't tell us what local government this is, but it's okay. James Ogbonna says, Sage and Mr. Fuad, I greet you. Okay, you sent this on WhatsApp already, and we took it. So let me just take this last message we have here. Good morning, Mainland FM. The cheating is too much. Engineer Bonnie from Ali Mosho. That's all he said, really. Also here, finally, good morning. It's Joshua from Oregon. About this local government issue, I'm from Benue, and it's the worst in Benue. The worst of it all is that the former governor, 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 𝗪𝗃, who is now the SGF, introduced the issue of election of local council chairman. And because no election was conducted, they cannot say anything. And that has been the trend in Benue. No governor conducts election. They just select chairman. And as I'm talking to you now, the current governor suspended all the council chairmen that were selected by the former governor Autumn. And up to 2 months now, all the local government in Benue and under the leadership of DGAs. So we should look for ways to be conducting local government elections and not appointment, or else nothing is going to change. I remember a governor asking local government chairman how much he spent on election, that he's asking for allocation. All right, let's just end the conversation here. Like I said, I'm stressed. Okay, let's just end the conversation here. But that's the conversation for Mainland Focus. We definitely have a lot more to bring your way this very day. 9:45 a.m. We're going to be back for Global View. So as much as we are dissecting the state of our polity, let's also talk about what's going on in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and other countries as well. Their politics, their economies, and the things they have used. Maybe we can incorporate it into our system of operation, and it can work with us. Sage Babalola is my name. Fuad, thank you so very much for being here. But we're still going to have you back by 9:45 a.m.